Coups, revolts and treachery of the Jin Dynasty. The Jin Dynasty, also known as the Jin Empire, the Sima Jin or the Two Jins, was a Chinese imperial dynasty from 266 until 420. The dynasty was founded by Sima Yan, the oldest son of Sima Zhao, who previously had held the role of the King of Jin. The dynasty was another that had two divisions. The first of those, the Western Jin, of 266 to 316, when Sima Yan took the title of Emperor Wu, when the Cao Wei throne was abdicated by its then leader Cao Huan. The Western Jin held their capital at Luoyang before later moving it to Chang'an, the modern-day city of Xi'an. In the year 280, after conquering the Eastern Wu, the Three Kingdoms period came to its end, and the emergence of the Western Jin reunited China for the first time since the Han Dynasty. From the year 291 through to 306, there was a series of civil wars across China, known collectively as the War of the Eight Princes. I plan on that being my next historical video on China, that fought over the control of the Jin territory while leaving it considerably weakened. In 304, there was a wave of rebellions by ethnicities that were non-Han and turned the five barbarians, who later established several short-lived dynastic states across northern China. This in turn led to the chaotic and bloody period of Chinese history known as the 16 Kingdoms. This saw the rise of several northern states before they fell just as rapidly, fighting one another as well as the Jin. One of the states established during the disorder, Han Zhao, sacked the city of Luoyang in the year 311. They then went on to capture Chang'an 5 years later, before executing Emperor Min of Jin in 318, bringing about an abrupt end to the Western Jin. Sima Rui succeeded the fallen Emperor Min and re-established the Jin dynasty with its capital at Jiankang, today the city of Nanjing, and inaugurated the Eastern Jin in 317 through to its demise just over 100 years later in 420. During that century, the Eastern Jin was in near constant conflict with the northern states, launching several invasions of those territories with the aim of recovering them into the Jin dynasty. In 383, the Eastern Jin was successful in defeating the former Qin, a de-ruled state that had briefly reunified the northern states of China. A consequence of that defeat saw the former Qin state splintered as Jin armies reclaimed land to the south of the Yellow River. The Eastern Jin was itself eventually overthrown by General Liu Yu in 420 and formed the Liu Song dynasty. The Eastern Jin dynasty is considered to be the second of the 6 dynasties. History of the Jin. During the era of the Three Kingdoms, the Sima clan, with its most accomplished individual, Sima Yi, rose to prominence within northern China's Cao Wei kingdom. Sima Yi was a regent of Cao Wei, and he instigated a coup in 249 known as the incident at Gaoping Tombs, after which the Sima clan began to tighten their hold on the Cao clan's power. The incident at the Gaoping Tombs. This aforementioned incident was a coup d'etat that occurred on the 5th of February 249 in the state of Cao Wei. The two parties involved were Sima Yi and Cao Shuang, both regents to the Cao Wei Emperor Cao Fang, who at that time was around 17 years of age. On the day of the incident, Cao Shuang and his brothers accompanied the emperor on a visit to the Gaoping Tombs. While they were away from the capital city of Luoyang, Sima Yi staged his coup d'etat and took control of the city. He also issued a list of crimes allegedly committed by Cao Shuang. After this, Cao Shuang surrendered his power after being given the assurance that he and his family would be spared and continue to live their lives of luxury. Shortly after these assurances were given, Cao Shuang, his brothers and their supporters were all charged with the crime of treason and executed, along with their families, on the 9th of February. The coup increased the Sima family's influence and eventually paved the way for the replacement of the Cao Wei regime by the Sima family as the Jin Dynasty in 266. The death of Sima Yi. Sima Yi died in 251 and was replaced by his son Sima Zhao as the regent of Cao Wei, thus maintaining the clan's tight grip on the political scene within Cao Wei. Sima Zhao died in 255 and his younger brother Sima Zhao replaced him as regent. Sima Zhao was responsible for suppressing rebellions and dissent, and in 263 he directed Cao Wei forces in conquering the state of Xi'an, marking the demise of the first of the three kingdoms. For his role in removing the Xi'an, Sima Zhao was given the title of King of Jin, a rank one below that of emperor. The title was recognition of his ancestral home in Wen County in the Zhao era state of Jin, with the Jin River at its center in today's province of Shanxi. Sima Zhao had clear ambitions for the imperial throne, but he too died before such an attempt could be carried out. That opportunity was, however, passed on to his ambitious son, Sima Yan. Western Jin. Founded by Sima Yan, who was known posthumously as Emperor Wu, or the Martial Emperor of Jin, after succeeding his father as the King of Jin and a regent of Cao Wei in 265, Sima Yan declared himself Emperor of the Jin Dynasty in February 266 after he forced the abdication of Cao Huan, the final ruler of Cao Wei. Upon his abdication, Cao Huan was allowed to live with honor as the Prince of Qianlu, and upon his death was buried with imperial ceremony. Under the authority of Emperor Wu, the Jin Dynasty conquered Eastern Wu in 280, thus uniting China and bringing about an end to the Three Kingdoms period. However, this period of unity was short-lived, as the Jin Dynasty soon found itself weakened by corruption, political turmoil, and conflicts from within its borders. After his death, Emperor Wu was succeeded by his developmentally disabled son, Zhong, who was posthumously known as Emperor Wei. Decline of the Western Jin. Upon the death of Emperor Wu in 290, conflict erupted in 291 over who should be his successor. This caused the devastation surrounding the War of the Eight Princes. This civil conflict greatly weakened the dynasty, and soon more internal problems were created with the upheaval of the five barbarians in 304. During this period of unrest, the Jin capital of Luoyang was sacked by Han Zhao, ruled by Luoyang in 311, with the Jin Emperor Sima Ji, posthumously known as Emperor Hui, captured and then executed. Sima Ji's successor, Sima Yan, posthumously known as Emperor Min, was then captured and executed when Han Zhao forces seized the city of Chang'an in 316. This effectively ended the Western Jin, with the clan's surviving members, in addition to large numbers of Han Chinese from the North China Plain, fleeing to southern China. These refugees had a big impact on the lands they moved to, even naming Guangzhou's Jin River after the settlement they established there. Eastern Jin. Once Chang'an had fallen and Emperor Min was executed, Sima Rui, later known as Emperor Yuan, was enthroned as the Jin Emperor in the year 318, having re-established the Jin government at Jiankang in what is today Nanjing, with that city becoming the new capital of the empire. This marked the beginning of the Eastern Jin. The Eastern Jin witnessed a period known as Menfa or gentry clan politics. The authority of the emperors was limited, with national affairs coming under the control of powerful immigrant elite clans such as the Huang clans of Lanya and Taiyuan, the Xie clan of Chenglu, the Huan clan of Qiao Commandery, and the Yu clan of Yingchuan. Wars with the north. In an attempt to recover lands lost during the fall of the Western Jin, the Eastern Jin launched a series of raids against the northern states, such as military expeditions led by Huan Wen from 354 until 369. The most notable of later campaigns was in 383, when a heavily outnumbered force of Eastern Jin inflicted a heavy defeat upon the former state of Qin at the Battle of Fei River. After this defeat, the former Qin, which had unified northern China, began to collapse, with the Jin Dynasty then able to recover some of its former land to the south of the Yellow River. These lands were once again later lost, but subsequently regained a further time when the northern states were defeated in expeditions from 409 to 416. Despite these successes against the northern states, paranoia within the royal family and constant disruptions to the throne led to a loss of support for northern campaigns. Additionally, internal military crises, including rebellions led by generals and other revolts, plagued the Eastern Jin during its existence of 104 years. Demise of the Eastern Jin. In the year 403, Huan Xuan, the son of an esteemed general, Huan Wen, usurped the Jin dynasty and declared the dynasty of Huan Shu. His reign was short-lived, as he was soon toppled by Liu Yu, reinstating Jin rule by installing Sima Zhao as emperor. There were, however, further revolts led by Sun En and Lu Xun, with Western Shu becoming an independent kingdom under the power of Xiaozong. In 419, Sima Zhao was strangled under the orders of Liu Yu and replaced by his brother Sima Duan. The following year, Sima Duan abdicated in favor of Liu Yu, who then declared himself the first ruler of the new Song dynasty. This is referred to by historians as Liu Song dynasty, so as not to be confused with the later Song dynasty that emerged in 960. That is all for this video. If you have enjoyed watching, and it has shown you a little detail of life here in China, then your subscribing to my channel would mean a lot to me. Thank you for watching. Make sure you click on the link. To the next video, and until the next time, goodbye for now.